This is the worst-case scenario when you have snakes slithering around your property. You can't even enjoy your beautiful garden anymore. But the worst part about it all is that you might have actually invited them here yourself. Yep, some plants can actually invite snakes. So today, we're going to show you never buy these plants, invite snakes. Welcome back to our channel, where we share nature videos that are both entertaining and educational. We've made videos about why snakes are good and bad, and we've also shared tips on how to keep snakes away. But this time, we're going to be looking at certain plants that attract snakes. Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our awesome videos. So let's get started with number 1, lemongrass. This one is a little tricky because lemongrass is known for its incredible mosquito repelling abilities. And we know how annoying mosquitoes can be, especially during summertime. They seem to find us no matter where we go. So having lemongrass growing near your patio or deck is definitely a good idea. However, lemongrass grows tall and dense. It's a great hiding spot for snakes. If you live in an area where you frequently see snakes, you may want to think twice before planting lemongrass. There are plenty of other plants that can repel mosquitoes without attracting snakes. For example, citronella grass is another option. It has a similar effect as lemongrass, but doesn't seem to attract snakes as much. Of course, there's no guarantee that snakes won't slither by occasionally. But if you're concerned about snakes, it is best to err on the side of caution and avoid planting anything that could potentially attract them. After all, it's not worth risking your safety just to have a few mosquito-repelling plants in your yard. Next up, we have dense shrubs. Okay, so we all love a good shrub in our gardens, right? They add structure, color, and even some privacy. However, they can also be a haven for pesky insects. Think about those shrubs with their dense foliage and cozy nooks and crannies. They're the perfect spot for insects to lay their eggs and hide from predators. And you know what that means: more food for snakes. Not exactly what you wanted to hear, is it? Well, unfortunately, it's true. The more insects you have in your garden, the more likely it is that snakes will follow. So if you're trying to avoid snakes, you may want to consider replacing your overgrown shrubs with some other plants. But wait, before you grab the shears and start hacking away, there are a few things to keep in mind. First of all, you don't need to get rid of all your shrubs. Just choose wisely when it comes to planting new ones. Opt for shrubs with thinner foliage and less dense growth. This way, you'll still get the benefits of shrubs without attracting too many creepy crawlies. Plus, you'll have fewer places for snakes to hide. Secondly, don't forget about regular maintenance. Even the best chosen shrubs can become a haven for insects if they're not properly maintained. So make sure to prune your shrubs regularly and remove any dead or diseased branches. This will help reduce the number of insects and make your shrubs less attractive to snakes. By following these simple tips, you can still enjoy the beauty of shrubs in your garden without having to worry about unwanted snake guests. Moving on to number 3, water plants. This is another one that you may not have thought of before, but it makes sense when you really think about it. Snakes are cold-blooded creatures, which means they rely on external sources to regulate their body temperature. When the weather starts to warm up, snakes are looking for cool spots to hang out in. And what could be more inviting than a nice shady pond filled with lush greenery? Many popular garden plants, such as hostas, ferns, and even some types of succulents, thrive in cool, moist areas. And guess what? Snakes love those plants too. So if you have a water feature in your garden, you may want to think twice before planting anything that could potentially attract snakes nearby. Instead, try planting some native plants that are not as appealing to snakes. Native plants are already adapted to the local climate and soil conditions, so they require less watering and maintenance. Plus, they provide continuous blooms throughout the year, which means you'll always have something beautiful to look at. Also, consider adding some natural elements to your garden, such as rocks and logs. Not only do these features add visual interest, but they also provide habitats for beneficial insects and wildlife. In fact, some animals like hedgehogs and toads are natural predators of snakes. So by providing a welcoming habitat for these creatures, you'll be helping to keep the snake population down. Overall, creating a diverse and balanced ecosystem in your garden is key to keeping snakes away. As we come to the end of our list, we hope you've learned something new and valuable that will help keep snakes away from your home. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding the habits and behaviors of snakes is the first step towards preventing them from becoming a nuisance. Now it's time for us to slither away, but not before we ask you to leave a comment below. Tell us which of these plants you'll be avoiding and share any snake stories you might have. We love hearing from you, and your comments always keep us engaged. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative and subscribe for more exciting content. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Now, if you made it this far, we've got a bonus tip for you. Be cautious of tall grasses. Tall grasses can provide the perfect cover for snakes to hide and ambush their prey. They also tend to retain moisture, which snakes love. So it's best to keep the grass trimmed and avoid letting it grow wild, especially near patios, decks, and other areas where people frequent. Plus, tall grass can harbor rodents, which are a favorite meal for snakes. So by keeping your grass short, you'll be reducing the population of potential snake snacks. This may seem like a lot to take on, but luckily there are professional lawn services that can help make it manageable. With regular mowing and upkeep, your lawn will be less inviting to snakes, and you can enjoy your outdoor space with peace of mind. Just remember to keep those shears sharp and don't let the grass get away from you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out these related videos to see more.